Tonight, several developing stories as we come on the air. The scare: more than 100 schools closed today, including Columbine. The student who traveled several states, wanted, described as armed and extremely dangerous. And then the discovery in the woods. The major storm hitting the middle of the country tonight, then headed east, right through Good Friday and Passover. Bracing for possible tornadoes, high winds, blinding rain and hail. Rob Marciano times it out tonight. The rescue operation underway right now. The diver who did not come up at a Tennessee cave. He is one of the heroes who helped save those boys in the Thai cave. The new headline tonight involving the Mueller report, set to be released in just hours. What they're now doing tomorrow morning. Disturbing images emerging tonight. 2 teenagers arrested for allegedly beating a man with autism. One of the suspects, the son of a former mayor. The freshman student who reportedly went into cardiac arrest after a possible hazing incident has now died in the hospital. Was it forced exercise? The new video tonight, the aerials from over Notre Dame Cathedral, and now we learn those famous towers were minutes away from possible collapse. The horrific tour bus crash, the images coming in tonight, veering over the edge, more than 24 killed. And that close call on the runway at New York's JFK. The wing clipped while taking off, and now it turns out it was far worse, what we've now learned.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Wednesday night, and we begin with the real scare for parents and their children in Colorado today. More than 100 schools were shut down. Parents forced to keep their children home as authorities searched for a high school student from Florida described as armed and extremely dangerous. A bulletin going out warning she was infatuated with the massacre at Columbine and that she was armed. Today, that hunt leading authorities west of Denver, where they found her dead in the woods before authorities could get to her. They believe she took her own life, and ABC's Clayton Sandell leads us off from Colorado.
Tonight, investigators are trying to piece together how an alleged threat from one high school senior took an entire community hostage, closed more than 100 schools, and kept 500,000 kids home.
We all felt safe, and now we don't.
An intense 36-hour manhunt for 18-year-old Saul Pais. Police say she was obsessed with the Columbine massacre, began with a tip she had flown from Miami to Denver on Monday, immediately stopping at this gun store to buy a shotgun and ammunition.
She did not seem nervous at all. I mean, she seemed normal.
A rideshare driver told police he dropped Pais in the mountains west of Denver on Monday. That is where search teams found her today.
She appeared to have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Police today justified those school closures, saying that shotgun purchase, the trip to Colorado on a one-way ticket, and her Columbine infatuation made her a credible threat.
We've been combing all manner of her social media and obtaining, again, comments, statements, things that would lend credence to the fact that she was a potential concern.
In Florida, where Pais was a senior and an honor student, friends are shocked.
She was really smart. She was a smart girl.
Columbine has long inspired copycats and potential copycats, a legacy this community never wanted.
We're not a tourist attraction, and we're not a place for you to come and gain inspiration.
And Clayton Sandell joined us live outside Columbine tonight, and you really feel for that community, Clayton, with the 20th anniversary of Columbine just days away, and for the parents who had to decide today what they could share with their young kids about what's transpired the last 24 hours. But we do know that these students are expected to return to school tomorrow.
That's right, David. All of those kids that stayed home today will be back here at Columbine in classes around Denver tomorrow, but they will notice more security and more police. Also, a memorial service that's planned for that 20th anniversary will go on as planned this Saturday. David.
Clayton Sandell leading us off tonight. Clayton, thank you. We are also following a major storm hitting the middle of the country at this hour and then heading east, hitting on Good Friday and Passover. And tonight, this just in, a funnel cloud seen over Shamrock, Texas. This was just a short time ago. 95 million Americans are in the path of severe weather and possible tornadoes right through the holiday. Senior meteorologist Rob Marciano is tracking it all for us. Hey, Rob.
Hi, David. Severe weather watch is now extended into Kansas City. Here it is on the radar scope where a lot of action across the Texas Panhandle where those tornadoes dropped. This is kind of a two-pronged system, so it stretches from Duluth all the way down to Del Rio. Tell you what, eastern Texas tonight, you're going to see some big-time hail. Get the car in the garage if you can. Tomorrow, the system in the south steals some moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. Greater risk for tornadoes. NOLA, Mobile, Birmingham. You got to keep a heads up. Then on Friday, we're looking at Tampa to Baltimore with the greatest risk of severe storms with big-time wind across the Carolinas. A slow-moving system, David, so we're looking at least 3 days of rough weather.
Rob Marciano with us tonight. Rob, thank you. There is a desperate rescue operation underway at this hour for a diver missing after a cave dive in Tennessee. And we learned late today that he is one of the heroes who helped save those boys in that cave in Thailand. Tonight, specialized teams are trying to rescue him. And here's ABC's chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman.
Beneath this pool of water in Tennessee's hill country, tonight that desperate cave rescue is getting underway for a diver trapped inside. The British diver went missing around 3 p.m. Tuesday. His fellow divers spent hours trying to locate him.
They had to dive, and back under that tree is the opening of the cave, and it's a very narrow opening.
By around 1 a.m. today, they gave up, calling 911.
There was a group of about 5 that went in to explore this cave. When they came back out, they were missing this one individual.
ABC News has learned the diver was a member of an elite team that rescued the soccer team from the Thai cave last summer. Fighting powerful currents, they pulled 12 boys and their coach from a spot in the cave 2 miles in. But officials say this dive is far shorter, a little longer than a football field, but has passages that are just 3 feet wide. And the water is cold, only 55 degrees.
The gentleman in the cave is wearing a dry suit, so that gives him a great chance that he's just sitting in there waiting for us to come in and to get him. That's our hope.
An air pocket like that could buy the diver and rescuers precious time.
We do know that there's sufficient air in that bell to survive for an extended period of time, greater than 24 hours.
Well, let's hope he is in there waiting to be rescued. And Matt Gutman joins us live tonight. Matt, we know this is a highly technical rescue operation, and you learned tonight that they're calling in experts from across the country.
That's right, David, and that's because there aren't that many people in the world capable of pulling off a specialized rescue like this who have this kind of experience. Now, they hope to be able to get to that missing diver tonight. Their biggest concerns are not only lack of air, but also hypothermia. David.
All right, Matt Gutman, who will stay on this through the night. Matt, thank you. We are now just hours away from the redacted version of the Mueller report being released. Expected to be released tomorrow morning, the AG revealing late today that he will now hold a press conference in the morning. And President Trump saying there will be, quote, very strong things to come out. So has he seen it? Has he been briefed on it? ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl and what he's learned.
Attorney General William Barr says he and Deputy AG Rod Rosenstein will hold a press conference tomorrow as the Justice Department releases a redacted version of the long-awaited Mueller report. Barr has already declared Robert Mueller found no evidence the president and his campaign colluded with Russia. But on obstruction of justice, Barr, in his letter to Congress, quotes Mueller's words, "While this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him."
He also has a fuller explanation of that in the report that I'll be making available.
Barr himself has determined there was no obstruction, and in a radio interview, the president sounded unconcerned about tomorrow's revelations.
You'll see a lot of very strong things come out tomorrow.
That really piqued our interest today. John Karl live at the White House tonight. John, you broke the news that the White House and the Justice Department have discussed the special counsel's findings. But the president predicted there in that audio you just had very strong things to come in his words. So how much does he know? What are your sources telling you tonight?
David, as we first reported, the White House legal team has been briefed, but I'm told in broad brushstrokes, not a lot of great detail on the actual details of the report. David, I am told from senior staff here that they plan to be reading the actual report just as we are after it is released tomorrow.
We'll be following it first thing in the morning. We'll be watching, John. Thank you. In the meantime, the White House also likely monitoring reports involving North Korea tonight. North Korean media now reporting that Kim Jong-un has supervised the testing of a new type of tactical guided weapon, the first public weapons test since those meetings with President Trump last year. Those tactical weapons are generally short range. Authorities say they are not likely to threaten the United States. Next tonight, the calls for prosecutors to press charges after disturbing cell phone images emerged. The video showing two teens beating a boy with autism. One of the suspects is the son of a former mayor there in Southern California. And here's ABC's Adrian Bankert.
Tonight, outrage after a California district attorney says detectives need to investigate further the case of an autistic man being punched and kicked. The case came to light after this video got the attention of police, filmed inside an LA parking garage. You can see one of the young men back away before kicking the victim, who lay motionless. It shows another one of the attackers going through the victim's pockets. Two 18-year-olds were arrested in the case, 18-year-old Corey Streeter and Declan Bell Wilson, whose father was mayor of Rolling Hills at the time. Both have since been released, but police say they believe the suspects were involved in the attack. And tonight, Declan Bell Wilson's father tells ABC News, "I was as surprised as anyone else when I found out about the arrest of my son. We are cooperating with law enforcement." David, no charges have been filed in this case. Police are asking the public to contact them if they have any information. David?
Adrian Bankert. Adrian, thank you. We're going to turn now to the death tonight of a young college student, a freshman in Buffalo. The 18-year-old was rushed to the hospital from a fraternity there, reportedly in cardiac arrest. Well, days later, he has now died. Was this hazing? Was that student forced into extreme exercise? Here's ABC's Lindsay Davis.
Tonight, an investigation into a possible hazing death at the University at Buffalo.
Respondents off of Main Street on the front lawn for a person in cardiac arrest.
The president of the school announcing the passing of 18-year-old Sebastian Serafin Bazan, who'd been in critical condition and on life support for several days. Buffalo police say they received a 911 call late Thursday night from the Sigma Pi fraternity house. Neighbors claim they saw several young men carry out a body of a man who appeared to be unconscious.
We just saw paramedics working on him, chest compressions, giving oxygen.
According to the Buffalo News, Serafin Bazan had recently been treated for a respiratory ailment and went into cardiac arrest during possible hazing, which included forced exercises. All Greek life activities at the university are currently suspended until further notice.
And police are still awaiting autopsy results, including a toxicology report, and they're also interviewing witnesses, David.
All right, Lindsay Davis with us tonight. Lindsay, thank you. And from Paris tonight, we have new video here of the damage at Notre Dame Cathedral. The view from above tonight, showing the roof completely gone there. The view into the cathedral from the air, those two famous towers still standing. But now we have learned authorities fear they were just minutes from collapsing. And ABC's James Longman from Paris again tonight.
New images tonight of Notre Dame revealing the scope of destruction. Its top charred from end to end. Huge sections of the roof collapsed, a hole in France's heart. As teams today doused the building, fresh worry the remaining wood and lead above was weakened by the fire and all that water used to fight it.
Aujourd'hui, c'est de conforter.
The head of France's Construction Federation telling us the same materials that once held this building together could now bring it all down. French officials say Notre Dame was just 15 to 30 minutes away from total collapse. And tonight, we're hearing from Father Fournier, the hero firefighter chaplain who rushed in to save the relics as the church's spire fell.
Une fois ce passe obtenu, nous nous précipitons.
He says his team broke into the area holding the famed crown of thorns, believed to have been worn by Jesus. They found a staffer with a code to quickly unlock its container so they could rush the relic to safety. Across France today, the sound of solidarity. Churches ringing their bells for their mother church, who no longer can.
And James Longman joins us live tonight from outside the cathedral. And James, we know so far about $1 billion has been raised to restore Notre Dame.
Yes, that's right, but they're probably going to need another billion to complete the work. President Macron wants this done in 5 years, but experts say it's probably going to take at least twice as long to rebuild. And David, there is such interest in this church that the Hunchback of Notre Dame has now shot up to the top of the bestseller list here in France. David?
Incredible and not terribly surprising. James Longman, our thanks to you for reporting from Paris again tonight. In the meantime, back here at home into this country and to newly released images tonight of the deadly warehouse shooting in Aurora, Illinois. 5 people killed. Authorities revealing the moment police confront the gunman who then opens fire on them. Here's ABC's Alex Perez.
Tonight, our first look at the harrowing moments when authorities come face to face with an armed gunman who had already killed 5 people. The shooter in a white shirt is seen pacing back and forth inside a foyer. As officers attempt to approach, the cold-blooded killer opens fire. Officers scrambling for cover.
Aurora has an active shooter situation. One officer is reported down at this time, active shots being fired.
The nerve-wracking ordeal back in February playing out for more than 90 minutes. The gunman later identified as 45-year-old Gary Martin, a disgruntled employee who was about to get fired. Martin appears to be waiting for officers to ambush them. He repeatedly pulls the trigger, officers outside firing back.